but caught nothing. A voice came out from the seashore. Cast your net on the right-hand side of the boat, and you will find fish. At first, because it was still dark, the disciples did not recognize Jesus. But the eyes of St. John, the disciples whom Jesus loved, were sharp. John knew it was the Lord. And when Peter realized who he was, he jumped into the water, wishing to be the first to greet the Lord. Many unbelievers have said that the appearances of the risen Christ were nothing more than visions which the disciples had. But John chapter 21 insists that the risen Christ was not a vision, not a ghost, not even a spirit, but a real person. It insists that the tomb was empty and that the risen Christ had a real body which still bore the marks of the nails and the spear. When they had finished eating that morning, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you truly love me more than this?" "Yes, Lord," he said. "You know that I love you." Jesus said, "Feed my lambs." Again, Jesus said, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you truly love me?" He answered, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." Jesus said, "Take care of my sheep." The third time, he said to him, "Simon, son of Jonah, do you love me?" Peter was hurt because Jesus asked him the third time, "Do you love me?" He said, answering the Lord, "Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you." Jesus said, "Feed my sheep." Here, the Lord uses Peter's whole name, like when your mother calls you your entire name, you know she is serious. Using his whole name and asking him, "Do you love me more than this? Do you love me more than our disciples? Is there anything, title, money, job, power, position, house, car, degree? Is there anyone, friend, spouse, child? Have you placed even yourself before me?" This was the meaning of Jesus Christ when he asked Peter if he loves him. "Do you love me with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength? Do you love me with every cell of your body? Do you love me when you're sick? Do you love me even when I give you what you want, or when I deny what you think you need? Peter, will you honor our covenant, or will you divorce me at the first sign of trouble like you did a few days ago? Peter, how much are you willing to sacrifice for me. By asking 3 times, "Do you love me?" Jesus was trying to remove Peter's guilt and fault. This may have reference to Peter's earlier promise and vow that if everybody fled, he would never flee. Peter had denied Jesus 3 times during Jesus' journey to crucifixion. Jesus was asking Peter if he was still willing to make the claim that everybody fled, he would never flee. Peter thought that he would never do what he did. Like we vow on many occasions to ourselves that we would not commit the type of sins that others commit. David never thought he would commit adultery. Solomon never thought he would be caught for idol worshipping. Peter never thought he would deny Jesus. Peter learned from his experience that he wasn't as strong as he thought because of the mistakes he made in life. Peter was humbled before Jesus and became honest about it. Yes, yes, Lord, you know that I love you, Peter said. Jesus said, "Feed my care of my sheep. I am appointing you, Peter, to do ministry, to step outside your comfort zone. I am sending you out, Peter, but through it all, I am with you. Will you encourage all people, no matter how they are? Will you serve the poor as well as those who can donate money? Peter, will you give a cup of cold water in my name to everyone who asks, regardless of how they smell, sound, think, look, or even worship? Will you find the people wherever they are and lead them to where I want them to be?" My brothers and my sisters, whatever our past may be, like Peter, our Lord Jesus stands to forgive and also restore us. Jesus can turn our failures into victory. Jesus can give us another chance to turn things around as he gave to Peter. Many of us fail in the relationships with others. We fail in dealing with our family members and friends appropriately. We fail emotionally. We cannot control our anger and emotions. We fail in taking care of our health. We fail in trying to overcome those old habits of ours. Whatever kind of failures may be, no matter how deep they may be, regardless of how many times we have experienced it, Jesus Christ is there to help us to turn those failures into victory for us. Like Peter, victory could be ours if we give ourselves to Jesus Christ, our Lord. Celebrating today the day of St. Peter